We're going to have a serious talk about dividend ETFs, strategies, not spreadsheets. Thank you for subscribing. I listen to these people on YouTube and I start to step back for a minute.
And there's some guy out there know how to get rich. Don't let the noise blind you. Just go out there and hang out and siphon as much information you can from that person.
Well, with that being said, I am going to give you the real truth on how I feel about these dividend ETFs. We can make a lot of money, but we all got lured in with something. The promise of massive dividends. And yes, this month I'm well over $22,000 within 7 months. And I started with no money out of my pocket. Yes, I took a HELOC loan. Okay, and then I put $100,000 in to jack it up. But I've had to juggle my portfolio because of the raw truth. I'm making this video on a Sunday. I got into this because, I was an early adopter in crypto and the crypto platforms back in 2000, like 7 years ago now. I've been on crypto YouTube for 7 years. I seen the same thing with these ETFs. Wow, push button money. And yeah, my best month with AMZ, I thought I could just get into one fund and stay. It's not that way because of the mechanics. You see, look, that's a $24,000 dividend. At first, I wanted to just be in AMZ, Amazon. Good company, steady movement upwards. But then, it cost me about $2,700 a month to make that $24,000 a month. No employees, no tenants, no nothing. Better than buying a house, right? So this on the right is real time, by the way, screen share with my Robinhood account from my phone. So this is deceiving. The mechanics of the way this works, and it's due to regulatory outlines, but you need to understand this is a new paradigm. This is something dramatically different that just a few short years ago, the SEC allowed us to have this opportunity to invest in these covered call funds, and YieldMax was the pioneer. Now, they have already become prehistoric. Yes. This is why companies like Roundhill are doing it better. Don't be misled by off-brand YieldMax copycats and literally made by the same people at YieldMax like Defiance. I don't want anything to do with Defiance. Let's talk about how these funds lose your capital. They call it NAV erosion. It's a whole bag of misinformation. I am going to now clarify this for you so that in the hopes you can subscribe and we can make money together. Okay. Now, you hear people on YouTube saying, I made $22,000 this month. Let me explain to you. When you get a $22,000 dividend, what that means, in the most simplest terms, okay, is my account balance stays the same. Okay? It stays the same. Nobody added $22,000 to my account when I got the dividend. What happened was the price of the stock or ETF drops by the amount of the dividend. What they really did was a trick of moving money in my account. They moved it from the top up here to the bottom down there, and they called it a dividend. When you hear people like the Kamirs and all these people saying, I gave my money to my wife this week, she took the dividends and did this, or I'm using my dividends to buy a new car and this and that. Okay, but you're taking money from your account. I don't believe in reinvesting or dollar cost averaging. Please binge watch my previous videos so you understand me. I'm about money now. Everybody talks about retirement. You might be hit by a meteorite. Okay, we're sitting side by side, okay, across the street, and a meteorite hits me. Well, let's do you first. Meteorite hits you in a Prius, and you drop dead. Meteorite hits me in a Lamborghini, and I drop dead. I'd rather go out in a Lambo, bro. This is real. So understand the mechanics. Nobody's giving me $24,000 in a dividend. No, they're saying they're giving it to me, but they're reducing the price of my AMZ account by the exact amount. This is the mechanics imposed by the rules and regulations of giving out a dividend. In the old days, dividends like Coca-Cola, whatever, Marlboro cigarettes, Altria, or Starbucks, every 4 months they spit in your wallet. They don't give you $22,000, and they got 4 months to recover from the dividend. Now let's touch on that. So you supposedly gave me $23,000, right? That's what you gave me, $23,000, $22,924. You didn't add it to my account. You didn't send it to my bank and my account stays the same. You did a little trickery, right? So now you moved it from the top to the bottom. I could use it to buy other things, whatever. I didn't make no money until the underlier catches up. Do you understand? It is all about the underlier you picked. If you are investing in something because you like it or because it's new, like the new Palantir fund from YieldMax, you're just guessing and you're taking single stock risk. So you have to have an underlier that's going to gradually move up. Honestly, as an options trader, former options trader, I would trade hundreds of thousands of dollars at a time for myself, not $20 put wheel circle jerk. Let me tell you, you need a stock that's going up between 1 and 5% to be successful in a covered call ETF. That means that after they pay you the $24,000, my account, by holding that same AMZ, must come back up by $24,000 for me to have really gotten a dividend. Simple people out there, I'm a simple person. I'm explaining this to you simply. Otherwise, it's all smoke and mirrors. So if you pick the wrong underlier and they pay you this big dividend, they subtract that, okay? They subtract that from like your money. It's not like they're sending this a check to your house and this stays the same. It's not like they're sending this to your bank account. They're just moving it from here to here. And you got to hope whatever you picked can come back up enough to cover that dividend. I think there should be new regulations. It'll never happen. Nobody will fight for this. The ETFs don't care. They're making money anyway. There should be, these covered call funds are new. There should be new regulations that maybe, wouldn't it be a perfect world if YieldMax earned that month $24,000 on my AMZ? Why would it drop? They should change the whole mechanics of it. Why not? If you really earn that, you pay it to me. Okay? Pay it to me. My account balance stays the same, and I have a choice of that going to my checking account or to my brokerage account. But my account balance goes up by that amount. It don't stay the same, and you smoke and mirror me and move it down. Now, I understand what you're going to say, but Oracle, this entire system was created so people couldn't cheat and buy the day before the dividend, capture the dividend, and run away. They could make new laws and regulations to handle that. That's not my problem. I'm not a politician, okay? I am a guy that aspires to live on the velocity of money. Screw your fire stuff and all your nonsense, you beta male sissies. This is the velocity of money. You know what it takes? It takes for you to be comfortable nowadays a number that used to be astronomical. Okay, in big cities, if you're not making $100,000 a month, you're broke. And $100,000 a month is nothing. By the way, that does make you a millionaire. Okay, but being a millionaire is not what it used to be anymore. Anyway, let me tell you more about this if you invest in the wrong underlier and why I keep moving my funds around. My base core is AMZ. Yeah, I'm slightly down in my AMZ. I'm counting on capital appreciation into this month's earnings, okay, to catch up. But I have been earning a dividend. But keep in mind, the dividends, I've learned this from the DApp wars. You don't believe me, do you? I don't know who. DApps are distributed applications, okay? It's a smart contract protocol. Basically, it pays out dividends. You got an underlier, okay, and you get a dividend. Now, when the underlier starts going down, all the dividends in the world will never make up for it. You're in a hole, okay? You need to draw the line. I have strategies for this, but yeah, I'm the real deal. So I don't know who learned from whom. I don't know if Wall Street learned from crypto or if the crypto people learned from Wall Street. But all of this applies to ETFs now. Please tell me in the comments if I have clarified the mechanics of getting the dividend for you. It's not yours. You have not earned that dividend until your account comes back up by that amount of money. Your individual underlier. Now, for me, I have a large account, a lot of shares. It's very noticeable. Oh, it was a $22,000 dividend. Okay? It's very noticeable. You guys with little accounts may not even notice that this is happening. And you think over time you're getting more and more shares, your dollar cost averaging, you're reinvesting. I don't reinvest. I watch whole numbers. Each position has a calculated meaning and a whole number. And I make thousands of dollars, sometimes in a week, by ripping off the top of my whole number. Do you think I like Tesla? No, not at all. But I don't have to eat it. Okay? It's a strategy. Let's jump into it. No, I'm going to keep it simple. I've done videos on this. Phoebe, I'm in it for the run-up. Now, my number on Phoebe is 150,000. So on Monday, if I'm up and we should run up into earnings, I don't care about the dividend that's going to be announced on the 9th, because it's such a tiny amount of the dividend compared to if I rip $1,300 off the top. Yeah. AMZ, everything over 350,000, I rip off the top. Will I put it back in this environment? I don't know. But I am quadrupling what you would think is a dividend, and I don't have to recover from it. Do you clearly understand that I designated a price I bought in at 150,000? Every time it goes over, not if you have a small account, don't be doing this with $30 and $40. That makes you an idiot. Okay? You're going to create a whole taxable nightmare. All right? But for like when my AMZ's up 5,000, I'll take 5,000 off the top. I used to buy back in when it was 10,000 below. So if this dropped to 340, I'd bring it back to 350. I don't do that anymore. I'm too heavy in AMZ. Some days on YieldMax, I am a third of the entire volume. That means if I sold it all at market, I tanked the price. I'm really waiting for Roundhill to come out with their weeklies, and then I'll probably move. And I'll take a loss if I have to on my AMZ. I'll do another video if you want to know about taxes. There's a tax hidden dragon here that's going to bite many of you. And it's going to eat some of you alive if you're not aware. But the truth is, if I took a loss in the capital position on AMZ, I have capital gains on crypto that will totally eclipse that. So they will negate each other. Dividends are a different story. Let me teach you one last thing just before we go. Okay? This $22,000, which they moved from the top, from here to here, is now taxable income. If you do this wrong, okay, and you pick the wrong underlier and you are not making money, or you're in something that you're stuck and it's dying and you're not unwinding the position, you're going to really get screwed. You're going to be, and with every reinvestment and everything, you are taking your money, putting it into something that's losing, paying a fee to YieldMax or whoever, okay? Then they're giving you the money back, and you got to pay taxes on it, as if you went out and worked and earned that $22,000. Some people don't make that in a year. Okay, that was 1 month's dividends. I have to pay taxes on that, like income, like I went to work at fucking Costco. All right, I covered a lot here. I don't want to confuse you. I want you to understand, please talk to me in the comments. It's our only way to communicate, unless you click the email sign-up link and maybe you'll get an invitation to my Discord. I want to know, do you understand the dividend process better now? Maybe regulations need to change for this new era, this new paradigm of dividend income investing. Maybe it should be that it doesn't, the NAV or the underlier doesn't drop in these instances with the dividend. Wouldn't it be real if they're really making $22,000 on those shares, that $22,000 be added to the top of my account and I can withdraw it or have it sent to my checking account, whatever, without depleting this? Capital depletion is real. You pick the wrong underlier, you're done. So, tell me in the comments what you think. This doesn't mean we can't make money. It just means I have to work more, okay? I have to write manifestos on how to beat this. Let me show you. This one is my Project Slutty, okay? I wrote the whole manifesto on it, okay? It's exactly how it's going to work. No spreadsheets, nothing. Symbol name, SLTY. I've talked about it. It's an equal dollar amount, okay, of Tesla and Crash. Why? Because they're both at the same price. I'm not going to go into it now, but I've written one for Phoebe. And you can see the beginning of my profit ripping here. I just bought into this on 9/30. The next day it was up $3,200. I sold that amount. We are trying to maintain on Phoebe. As we go into earnings, I am looking to rip profits and maintain my $150,000. So I took $32.25, moved it to the bottom, not waiting for a dividend, creating my own distribution based on the number I bought in at and selected. Okay? Doesn't matter if you bought in a long time ago. Create a core number. Okay? Then 3 days later, another $3,000. Already, I've eclipsed the estimated dividend. And about what I call slutty, okay, these two here, amazing. Okay, Alti, I have a plan for Alti too. I'm going to be profit ripping. Look, that 220, 275, I would probably take that. Maintain it at 50,000, get the huge dividend. This I look at as one fund. Yeah, it's like it's a $20 fund and 1,000 shares or $20,000. That's exactly what I put in here. We are both running ex-dividend right now. I got a massive premium, almost $2. It's pretty genius. You know what we call this? A volatility harness. I'm going to do an entire video. If you want me to do a video on the volatility harness, not the strap-on harness that Rod's wife uses on him, the volatility harness, that's what this is. Phoebe, I will be selling off into the excitement and the pumps. Next week, I get a fat dividend. I expect to recover from this dividend, yes, because Phoebe will be moving up. There will be 13 days into dividend, into earnings. I expect to capital appreciate, rip off the top, and then take all my money off the table, not caring if they miss or hit earnings. I could always buy back in if I choose to, but Phoebe has a lot of single stock risk. If they miss, I get crippled, break an ankle, break a knee, break a hip, never catch up. It's called the Tesla flip. You never catch up. Anyway, AMZ, I don't know what I'm going to do. So can you make money in this? Yes. Okay? But I don't want you to be dividend delusional. Have a great day. Now you understand me. Okay? And why I move around. This is my cornerstone. My Todd Aiken. Look, it's even got numbers, but not a phone number. This is just pure opportunistic Wall Street animal within me that wants to rip this to shreds and just profit from it. This, I like this. I would hold this long term. I don't know if I would add to it. It's $20,000. That's like play money. If I made it an even number, brought it up to 40,000, it's a little more serious. It could go wild on me. And this, the ugly girl. We were together last month. She paid me $9,000 for my OnlyFans and my time with her. And so I bought back in again. And there's one thing about Alti. Oracle make Alti go up, even though this is not accurate. Okay, and I've already done profit ripping. Oracle make Alti go up. Have a nice day. I'll be looking forward to your comments about the truth behind dividend delusions. You have to understand this. I hope this brings some of you clarity and changes your minds on what's going on here, so you understand that you cannot get into a loser hoping it's going to come back. And don't overstay your welcome. Have a good day.